Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sunday afternoon. It's about 12:25 p.m. Today's one of those days where I don't feel like doing a lot of anything at all. But you guys know when you're running an eBay store, there's always something to be doing. I think I'm going to work on these items today. This is the stuff that I bought yesterday at a thrift store. The items are starting to get in my way a bit, so we're just going to go ahead and try to get these listed and put on the bay. I've also got a local eBay pickup. I had a buyer message me yesterday and asked me how long would it take to have an item shipped to the same city. So I asked him what did he want to buy. And he replied today telling me he wanted to buy some Sony headphones. I told the buyer that generally it would take only a day or two. However, the post office is in disarray. So we agreed to do local pickup. That way he can just drive over here and pick them up. I've got him in this rubber container. That way he can just help himself to his headphones. Yeah guys, I'm just going to set him in this box right here and he can just walk up, grab them, and go home. We don't even have to meet. Social distancing achieved. Alright, so I had to dig a little bit on Terapeak. I had to dig around a little bit for this particular model. It seems these items don't sell very often. But according to Terapeak, they do sell. Some people are trying to sell this door right here, but I didn't see any comps at all over the last 12 months. There's also a guy trying to sell that clock module, but there's no way I'm going to try to take that apart. This thing is going right in the dumpster. The good news is, it looks like this pot sells for about 30 bucks plus shipping when it sells. It has a lot of staining, same with this guy right here, but people aren't really buying these for cosmetic reasons. They're buying a part to a discontinued machine that's not available anymore. And it looks like this tank sold for between $20 and $30 plus shipping a couple of times. I just need to make sure it's not leaking water, and I'll put it up there for $25 plus shipping. I am happy that I found an outlet to get rid of those items if I ever find that machine again. I was ready to walk away from those things and never look back. But if I can make the same 50 from parting them out that I would selling it, I'm all in. Alright, so I got this tank over here, and I filled it up with water. And all I really want to do is see if it's leaking water. And right now I don't see any water. We're just going to let that sit for a while and see if we see any leaks. One thing I want to try to do is tackle the shelf. I've got clothing and items all unorganized on it, and I want to try to do something about that. We put a second shelf in here, so I'm going to see what I can do. I don't know what this stuff is, guys, but I think there was like some type of animal up here, because there's all this seed stuff. I have no idea what this stuff is. Might have been a squirrel living in here. I don't know. Gotta get this stuff clean though. It looks like my weight is going down a little bit. It's at about 504 to 505 right now. It was at about 520. It's about 4 p.m. and it looks like it's starting to snow out again. And I'm still waiting for the buyer to pick up the headphones. He told me he wanted to pick them up today, so I'm just waiting for him. They're out there so he can come and get them whenever he wants. On a good note, I found my old Carhartt hat buried in all of that junk on the shelf. So that's definitely a plus. This is one of my favorite hats. Hopefully I'll find the green one as well. That's my favorite. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's about 10 a.m. Monday morning. I've got 5 orders going out, and I'll probably be going thrifting today. The first item we got going out is this Breville juicer strainer, sold for $20.25, free shipping. Next item we got going out is this copy of Bobby's World DVD. It's sold for $12.15 with free shipping. We've got 2 priority boxes here going out. The first one is that Express Ready Set Go electric grill that I picked up at More Than a Thrift. I've already sold the plates. This buyer bought just the grill for $19.95 plus shipping. And then we got this Healthy Gourmet Kitchen Slicer. I took a best offer of $30 plus the buyer paid $12.46 shipping. Then we have that Mr. Coffee Cocoa Maker. That sold for $44.95 plus the buyer paid shipping. Those are the items that sold this weekend. These are the items that I photographed yesterday, with the exception of that clock, because I'm not sure if the battery's working. I also need to test this kid's toy that has the tape in it. I want to make sure all of the parts are there, and I want to make sure the tape works. All of these other things have been photographed, with the exception of that Hamilton Beach vintage mixer. I tested it, it seems to work. I might just sell it complete. I also photographed that Revereware pan and that toaster. I packed this Estes Rocket up If I would have known it was going to be this simple to pack, I could have sold this a long time ago. I thought I was going to end up having to put it in some kind of special box, but I just put some craft paper on it and wrapped it in saran wrap. The shipping on that's going to be around $8. It's going to Vermont. Alright, so this is how we're going to pack a Mr. Coffee Cafe Cocoa. We're going to get a number 7 box. This is the last one I have. Hopefully more come soon, or I'm going to be in trouble. You just throw that guy right in that box like that, and then you put a little bit of newspaper over it, just like that. And then you seal it up like that, and bam! If you do it just like that, it should be 5 pounds priority. Alright guys, you see where that says 4.04? Okay, I could actually take some newspaper out and make that 4 pounds. So the price to ship it to this buyer at 4 pounds would be $10.41. The price to ship it at 5 pounds will be $10.71. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth it for me to open this box up, pull out some of that newspaper to save 30 cents? You damn right. Alright, we got Richard's stuff ready to be picked up. Got that roughneck slam full and a few priorities. I filed like 13 missing package claims last night. It took over an hour. These are all packages that haven't had any scans in a while, so hopefully they start showing up. Hey, it's 1:30 p.m. and I'm just getting out of the Salvation Army. I walked around for about an hour and a half and I found some good stuff today. Whatever I find today, I'll show you guys at the end of the video. I don't generally come out on Monday or Tuesday, but it seems like this might be a great day to come out. I picked up over 10 items and spent $21.46. I'm feeling reasonably confident that I can make my $21.46 back, plus put a little bit in my wallet. It looks like Monday and Tuesday is a slow day out here, which is great for me. I think when they're slower, they have more time to put stuff out because they were putting a lot out today. I also found a couple nice items in the free box that I can flip. You guys know I like my freebies. Alright, it's about 3 o'clock. I was going to hold off and stick around till about 3:30, but I just don't feel like it. I did pick up a couple smalls in there. Nothing fantastic though. But I want to get home before it starts getting dark and cold. I don't want to be slipping on the road. I'm hoping Mr. K has a couple nice 2-pound ribeyes cooked up real nice for us when I get back. Maybe a lobster tail, some shrimp. Hey folks, what's happening? It is currently 7:14 p.m. and I'm just playing a little bit of catch up tonight. It actually wasn't a very bad day at the thrift store. I picked up 13 items, which is pretty solid for me. There was nothing mind-blowing today, but there was one really good item, and I think I'll actually show that good item first. Usually we save the best for last, but this item is already on my photo table, so we might as well shoot it. Alright guys, for 10 bucks I got this cool George Foreman grill. This is the really good George Foreman. The cool thing is it came with all of these plates, and not one, but 2 of these grease trays. Looks like there's about 5 trays, and I was looking at some sold comps. A lot of people are selling 2 trays at a time for $25 plus shipping. Back in the day, I used to sell a lot of George Foreman drip trays, and they sell pretty well. That's the bigger one, and used to sell for about $12 to $15. There's 2 of them, which is really good. And then you got the actual grill itself, and I see those are selling between $20 and $40 plus shipping. I suppose a lot of that has to do with the availability at the time. I mean, if you're the only guy on eBay with a George Foreman and somebody wants it for $40, they may pay it. I probably would if I wanted it bad enough. But anyway, guys, I think that was a pretty decent score. I grabbed that fresh off the shelf today, boys. I was probably on my feet walking around for over 2.5 hours today. Between 2 and 3 hours. Hey, when you're on a lucky streak, you might as well keep playing. And then I picked up this neat little toy. It's a Jack-in-the-Box. Hello. Hello, friends. So that was $2, and I had to get it. I think that'll probably sell for about 12 to 15 plus shipping. It's got some condition issues. And then I found this container of snap beads. It was $1.50, and they're just little snap toys, and there's 20 of them in there. Looks like they're selling for about $1 a piece. I'm not going to include the container. I'm just going to put them in a flat rate envelope and sell them for about 20 shipped. Then I found this set of pen shoulder shapes. They're like very vintage. They're sealed, new old stock. And they're a quarter. And it looks like they're selling for like 10 bucks, $10 to $12. So I'll throw it up there. Crucio. I picked up this cool wand. Push the button. It was $1, and it looks like it's selling for about $13 to $15, free shipping with just the wand. There are other parts to this, but I can still make 10 bucks. They had this Hamilton Beach food processor. They wanted $4 for it, so I bought it. This is not a very good brand, but there is some profit to be had at $4. So I thought that was a decent deal. This is a good one right here. This is called a Sunbeam Oscar. I usually just discard the motor, but I typically sell this bowl and lid for like $20 or $25, and usually I get about $15 for that blade. Yeah, it was only $3, so I went ahead and jumped on that. These motors just don't sell very well. Like this motor, I saw one sold for like $16 or $17. I'll have to take another look at it, but I've never had really good luck selling those motors. So I usually just get rid of them. Otherwise, you start stockpiling motors. Then I found this little operation pen that was $1. Looks like they're selling for like $15, free shipping. I definitely had to get that. That just got put out. I grabbed that right up. I do feel a little bit bad for these guys over here at the Salvation Army. They're not used to these big town city pickers. I try to be as kind as possible, and I try to stay out of everybody's way, but sometimes it gets difficult because that's a pretty small store. Sometimes I'll just find a little area where nobody's at and just go over there. But you can find some decent stuff sometimes if you're willing to dig for it and wait around. I got this VHS for $1. The Day the Sun Danced. Looks like they're selling for about $13.50 on eBay. Media mail too. That's a $5 bill in my pocket. I'll take it. I found this cool little vintage Tupperware strainer. They had 50 cents on it. I had that in my cart, and this lady was like, "Hey, is that your cart?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I love that strainer. I've been looking for one of those forever." She seems like a really nice lady. I told her, "I'm sure you'll find one soon." Part of me did want to give it to her, but I need as much money as I can because it costs money to get there and back. Like today, I found most of the items on the first trip. Then I waited for another hour, then went back in. I was listening to the Scavenger Life podcast. So if I don't go into that Salvation Army and find something, or if I give something that I find away, then the entire hour is going to be wasted. So you got to think thrifty. And that lady, if she continues to hunt for one, will find one. But Big Josh is looking for the merchandise. I also found this really cool vintage Farberware saucepan. It's not in terrible shape, but it's seen better days. But check that out. My buddy Greg would like that. Farberware, New York City, USA. Hey guys, how's it going? It's 12:39 a.m. and I am done. I listed 22 items. Most of the items from yesterday and today are listed. I need to take some more photographs of those maps. I have to photograph those toys tomorrow that I bought today. I still have to do something with the George Foreman and the accessories for the George Foreman, the G.I. Joe box, that tea maker, and then there's some items I still need to work out the details on those. I plan on going thrifting tomorrow, so I want to try to get up a little bit earlier and see if I can get a few of these items listed, or at least tested. But I think I'm going to shoot out of here for now and talk to you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. I just dropped one of your Brussels sprouts. That's Mr. K's plate. That's my plate. And there's also coleslaw. I've got the Get Messy bib on tonight, boys. And Mr. K does too. He's ready to grub too.